So to me, the spirit of excellence is that we don't compromise on the small details of life. And then over time, these small details, then they compound to have big effects. And so we've got an example that, the screws that are in your light switches and your plug sockets, look to the side. And in my opinion, the way that they should be is that both screws should either look like that or they should look like that. If they look like that, to me, that tells me that someone doesn't take pride in their job and they're not looking at the smaller details. And then it makes me ask that if these are how the small details look where people can see, what do the details look like behind the wall where people can't see? And so the spirit of excellence is it's about integrity. It's about having a reputation that if someone was to say something about you, that other people would instantly come to your defense because you've established that you're a person that doesn't compromise. And so the spirit of excellence to me is it's about understanding what drives you forward and then what holds you back. So for example, making the bed. When I make my bed the moment I wake up, my day is always better. If I make sure that I wake up, wash my face, gel my hair, brush my teeth, get some clothes on my days off, then I'm almost always more productive on those days. And so it comes down to the first decision of the day. The spirit of excellence has to show up before I even step my foot out of bed. I've got a pocket Bible right next to my bed. I put it right next to my phone. And every morning I have to make a decision. Do I grab my phone or do I grab my Bible and read a chapter of the Bible? And then it becomes about the first dopamine hit. It has to be something that's good for me because if I grab my phone, then that's the dopamine that I'm going to want for the rest of the day. And then that will just then domino effect to the rest of the day. And then I've wasted my whole day sitting on my phone. But when I read the Bible, there's a significantly higher chance that I'm going to spend the rest of my day reading the Bible and praying and stuff like that. And so we need to have a foundation. What is the foundation for our lives? And so, for example, as a Christian, our foundation for life is the cross, it's the gospel. And so then it's learning how can we share the gospel? And then once we know how to share it, then how can we simplify it? How then can we explain it to all sorts of different people? And then the spirit of excellence is that we make decisions before we even need to make them, so that when our feelings could then go on autopilot, we've already decided. So, for example, that might be that you decide that you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to go for a walk or for a run or go to the gym and stuff like that. And then when you wake up and it's cold and you don't want to get out of bed, you've already decided. And the good news is we all do this already. If you have a job, or if you've ever gone to school, there were days when you didn't feel like it, but you knew that you had to show up. And so, and the reason why you knew that you had to show up was because there was an accountability there. And so, how can we remain accountable to ourselves to make sure that this spirit of excellence is in our lives? And so the spirit of excellence is not just something that we do, it's literally something that we become. And so those are my thoughts on the spirit of excellence.